Welcome back, you guys. Today we're making this toasted lemon meringue cake. The full recipe for this cake is up on Chelsweets.com, and I've also included the link in the description of this video. This cake is exploding with lemon flavor. There is lemon juice and lemon zest in both the cake layers, the frosting, and of course there's a ton of lemon flavor in the lemon curd that we're using to fill this cake. So like I mentioned, I'm using lemon cake layers, which is just an alteration of my classic vanilla layer cake recipe, and I'm frosting it with a lemon buttercream. Since the lemon curd isn't quite as thick as the frosting, I like to pipe kind of a dam around the edge of the cake to make sure that all the filling stays in place and doesn't seep out as we frost the cake. So once my layers were stacked, I added a thin crumb coat using the same frosting we used to pipe the dam around the cake layers. Adding a crumb coat is always really important because it helps make sure that none of those crumbs from your cake layer get into your final layer of frosting, but it's also great on this cake because it helps make sure that the lemon curd stays in place and also doesn't ooze out. So once my crumb coat was chilled and firm to the touch, I added on a second thicker layer of frosting. If you guys want to see a full tutorial on how to get a cake with really nice smooth sides, I have an in-depth tutorial on it, and you can click the link in the upper right corner to watch. Once my frosting was nice and smooth, I chilled the cake again for about 5 minutes in the freezer, just to help it firm up to be able to handle this warm ganache drip that I'm adding next. So there's a few different things to keep in mind when you're adding drips to a cake like this, and if you want to learn all of my tips and tricks, you can click the link in the upper right corner where I share them, and also I share a lot of great tips on troubleshooting if you run into any problems with your drips. I like to chill the cake again after adding my drips just to make sure they really stay in place and don't run too far down the cake. So once I had added them all and chilled the cake for another 5 minutes, I added on my meringue topping. So I was very generous with my pile of meringue on top of my cake. I wanted it to be really sky high, just like you get when you have a slice of lemon meringue pie. I used a small offset spatula to spread out the meringue and also to create some kind of swirls in it to give it a really great look once we toast it using a kitchen torch. So next is the really fun part where we break out the kitchen torch and we toast the meringue. And it's really important that you do this, that you stay a decent distance away from the cake and that you're constantly moving the torch so that no spot gets too dark. You have to be so careful as you do this because if you get even an inch too close to that kitchen torch, it'll burn the meringue. I also want to share that I brought the leftovers from this cake into my office, and my coworkers were obsessed with it. There was actually a line of people waiting to try it, so if you have the time or have any reason to celebrate, this cake really is a must. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons below.